Hi Chris here. This quick follow-up video here for my modification I did to my Teclast X98 Pro. Now, if you've seen my other videos, you would have seen that this gets very hot. It gets up to 86 degrees, well at least it used to, but I did a modification. Now there's a card and link in the video description here that will show you that modification if you are interested in doing it. Now this is a follow-up to show you the results of that. So I've been doing some gaming here and running HW info just to keep an eye on the temperatures. And I can show you that it still does get up to 80 degrees. You have a look there, 80 degrees, so it still does get very hot, but it's not 86. So it's lowered down my maximum temperatures, and you can see up there it's still throttling. So I've got a faulty unit, or the cherry trails are really running super hot. Now the back of the tablet, speaking of super hot, it does get very hot now because I put that thermal pad in there, so it's transferring heat around this area and it's getting quite toasty there. It does get warm when gaming. Now the benchmarks that I did run before when I was throttling and getting up to 86 degrees, they're here, and you can see that my modification has made quite a difference to the performance. Just have a look at the graphics score there and the physics score. This is 3D Mark 11. And this is the result afterwards, after my mod there. You can see that it has definitely improved the performance and those scores have increased a lot. But I'm still not entirely happy with the mod because it's still getting up to 80 degrees. Now, I am running the Windows 10 image that's not from the factory here. I had to install an English one because the factory had just the Chinese. This is the Chinese model here that I have. So I'm actually going to re-review this tablet once I get the international version, which will have at least the original ROM from Teclast, and I'm hoping they have addressed the thermals of the tablet because at the moment it's just not good. The performance is better, you've got double the RAM, but I cannot at this stage recommend, at least not this model, not the Chinese one. It's just getting too hot, and I shouldn't have to do this kind of mod to it, really. You should never have to do anything like that. It should come out of the box perfect from the manufacturer if they've designed things correctly so the thermals are good and you're not going to have those kind of issues. Now I was running a little bit of gaming here in the background. Not in the background, actually I had this full screen before. Now I've done that for, if you have a look, for about half an hour just before I started recording this video. So it's taken about half an hour to get to 80 degrees and to finally get the throttling there. And that doesn't happen on the older models, so, you know, not good, not good. And the performance does seem a little bit better of the tablet because of the mod that I did. Probably because it doesn't throttle as much, even though it does say it has throttled now. Just put that on full screen. Just going to run that for just a little bit longer and get my thermal probe here and just have a quick look at the temperatures on the actual skin of the tablet. So the front of it, 40 degrees, that's quite warm. Still getting quite hot, 41 there. And I'll flip it over now and have a look at the back. Keep in mind that this mod probably has made this it has made it very hot actually. 41, 42, 42 degrees. Almost 43 there. Now that's starting to get just a little bit too hot, and it's not very comfortable to hold that if you're going to be gaming on the tablet. So in hindsight with my mod, I don't know. It might work on the newer models, or perhaps it's just my Atom is running extra hot. I have a bad one. It's a bad batch of tablets. First batches on these Chinese tablets can be bad. You know, they can be what I call first batch blues. And sometimes it's best just to avoid the first batches. For some reason I can't close it. There we go. So even though it did improve benchmark scores, that's just a temporary. That was only running, I think, to do the whole 3D Mark 11 benchmark is around about I don't know, 10 minutes or something. So it's not that long, but after half an hour, yeah, those temperatures. So I'm just going to go back and have one more look at that. And okay, it's not going past 80 degrees, so I guess my mod has helped. But, you know, I just can't recommend this tablet at the moment, at least to stay away from the first batch, the Chinese one here. And I'll have follow-up videos later on when I'll get my hands on the new international model, and I have ordered one with DHL shipping, so hopefully I have it maybe in a week or so. And if the thermals aren't improved, the tablet is just no, I can't recommend it at all. If the thermals are good, it doesn't throttle, then yeah, it looks like it's going to be a good tablet. Anyway, thank you for watching the video, and do keep an eye out on the playlist because I will have new upcoming videos later on. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.